Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Welcome once again to another episode of the story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This episode we will be talking about the broken treaty. So we know that in previous episodes we talked about the treaty of Hudaybiyah, and it was supposed to be a treaty that would be in place for 10 years. And in that 10 years, there would be no war, there would be no fights. People could become Muslims in Mecca and they would not be harmed. However, something happened. So there was a tribe in Mecca, the tribe of Kuza. And so the tribe of Kuza, the family, the tribe accepted Islam. And they accepted Islam knowing confidently that based on the treaty, they would not be attacked or harmed because they had become Muslims, and so that gave them, confidence that they could still stay in Mecca. However, there was another tribe that was called the tribe of they also so the Kuza tribe accepted Islam, and another tribe, the Banu Bakri tribe, they joined forces with the Quraysh people, and they had a long-standing enmity with the Kuza tribe already. And so when the Banu Bakri tribe joined forces with the Quraysh, they went to the Quraysh and they influenced them, they instigated them to harm and fight the Kuza tribe because they became Muslims. And so by doing that, they broke the treaty. So the Meccans broke the treaty that they had entered into with the Muslims under Prophet Muhammad through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so the treaty was broken. So the tribe of Kuza sent a message to the Prophet informing him that the treaty has been broken, that his family, their tribe was attacked by the Meccans. When the Prophet ﷺ heard that, he was really sad because he wanted peace and he had entered into this treaty to prevent any type of conflict or war, but now the Meccans had gone back on their word. And so the Prophet ﷺ gathered all the Muslims that were around, and he had about 10,000 Muslims. So 10,000 Muslims, they set out on their way to Mecca. They were going to Mecca, they were going as an army, and they were going to confront the Meccans. They told the Meccans, we're not going to harm you, we're not going to attack you unless you attack us, but we want to know why you broke the treaty that we had both agreed to enter into. We need answers to some of our questions, and we want to make sure that the remaining Muslims in Mecca were safe. And so when the Prophet ﷺ and his army got to a place, the sun had set, and the Prophet decided that they should take a rest. When they were taking a rest, they lit their campfires, and you can imagine the scenery in the middle of the night, 10,000 army, and each one had a camp and campfire. The night would just be beautiful with all the lights glowing from the 10,000 different campfires. And so when the Meccans heard that the Prophet ﷺ was coming with an army of 10,000 people, they got scared. And so they called on Abu Sufian. He was not a Muslim, he was a Meccan. They called on Abu Sufian to go and talk to the Prophet and try to talk to the Prophet, talk him out of coming to attack them in Mecca. And when Abu Sufyan got to the campsites that they were, they didn't see him at first. He saw them, and all he could see was this glowing light coming from the 10,000 army, and it was beautiful. And they were reciting the Quran, praising Allah, and the night they were saying their salah, they were prostrating, they were praying and glorifying Allah's name and saying Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. This action of submission, this action of worship really touched Abu Sufyan, that he went to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he informed them that he wanted to become a Muslim. So he took his shahada there and then that night, and he accepted Islam. And he went back and told the people that, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, go back to Mecca, tell them that we're coming with our army and our soldiers, and the Muslim army, we're coming. We're not coming for war, we're not going to attack unless we're attacked. Anyone that took shelter in your house or took shelter at the Kaaba, we will not touch. But anyone else, it would be a war, a fight. And so Abu Sufyan went back and told the people of Mecca. He said, this is what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and they knew the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would never lie, and so they believed him. They knew if they didn't attack the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nothing would happen. They knew where the safe grounds were, inshallah, and but they knew that once the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to Mecca, things were not going to be the same again. This is the end of episode 25. I will see you on episode 26, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.